So, kingdom number 5 looks incredibly dry, meaning there's not too many things it looks like you can do. One of the things that did cross my mind was perhaps we just play with Smithy money like the old days. Perhaps it doesn't seem entirely crazy on this board. Wolf then is something that you have to keep in mind when you're building. Try as best as possible to put two things in your deck. Two Smithies is not at all unreasonable for a Smithy big money strategy. We do have a couple of ways to trash, a few ways here. Spice Merchant, Transmute, Doctor, Remake. I consider Transmute, just to turn those estates into goals, but nah. So what I end up doing here is something a bit strange. So I lost to somebody prior to this game, this match rather, and he did something like a similar kind of board like this, but there was Margrave on it instead of Smithy as you draw. So he opened with Doctor, trashed down with Doctor, and then bought a Margrave and then beat me with it. So I had that in my mind, so I said, maybe I should go do that. I was hoping to hit an estate by opening Doctor, I hit a copper, then I hit 2 coins, that's not happy times. At any rate, my opponent, he goes for Smithy and Silver, so it seems like he's going for the, classic Smithy big money thing, which looks, like I said, reasonable here. I only hope that my little bit of trashing can catch up in time. If I had 3-4, I would have gone plan, Smithy on plan. And perhaps I should have just done Smithy and plan on Smithy anyway, or Smithy Silver, and then do the plan Smithy thing, but I mean, you probably don't even want to trash the estates out of your deck here because of Silk Road on the board. Probably. Probably. Now he moves the Journey token, right? So I think he had it on Smithy first. And then he moved it onto Journeyman. So it's telling me that he wants to pick up Journeyman instead of Smithy as his draw card, which is fine. I now have a remake for reasons best known to myself. It's probably just as bad as the Doctor, not really, a little bit better than the Doctor I think, because I can gain things and adjust my singletons in the deck with that. Doctor can't do that. I do pick up a Smithy finally and Silver, so I think the situation, another awkward thing with the Doctor is that it left me with one estate in my deck, which the Wolf then is unhappy with. So that is a little bit awkward. My opponent now has a couple Journeymen and a Smithy in their deck. So that's quite a bit of draw cards for a deck of his size, I feel. For his size, I feel like you want two draw cards. You don't want, like 3 is a lot. It might be too much. On this hand here now, if I've eventually switched over here to Smithy and Money, my deck is a little bit smaller because I've trashed things, but when you're playing Smithy and Money, the coppers, you don't mind the coppers too much, and for that reason I'm not going to trash here and pick up another gold. So I'm a little bit ahead on the economy front here as that single estate. I also have a single Smithy. Now the plan token gets switched to Smithy here. I'm not sure if this was the second switch or the first switch, but he switches it over. I feel Silver is just better, right? So I think both of us, he started off well, but then this plan switching stuff, and I think he's gonna buy another Smithy here. So he has 2 Smithies. He will eventually, have 2 Smithies, 2 Journeymen. 8 here, I consider Province, and I think I'm gonna go for it. Another gold, maybe another gold, probably another gold, given that I have trashed some coppers out of the deck and it's Silk Road, and we could easily get into a state where we go after Silk Road and Duchies, and you would like to have the extra money, but I go for the Province. My opponent follows me here. I draw into a lot of money with this Smithy, which is nice, but excessive. I would have liked some of that money to be here so I could pick up another Province, but not gonna be the case. So here my opponent, he has the 2 Smithies, the 2 Journeymen, so that's 4 terminals in that deck. Again, I think it's a little big, but a little too much terminals for that size deck, but it's fine. I mean, you'll probably always have a draw card in hand. So now on 7, I decide to go after the Duchies because I feel like he'll pick up province number 4 here very quickly. and I'm hoping to get to a province on this shuffle, at least one province. So here I do remake. I did say the coppers are good. Don't know why I remade here. Should have kept the coppers around and I pick up another duchy. So he did pick up province. So we are two each on the provinces. Two each on the provinces. But I have a couple extra duchies to him. And I do have more singletons than him too. I believe he has no estates. He's used his plan token to get rid of all the estates, whereas I have an estate and I also have a smithy. So I have that in my mind. I know that, okay, buying a smithy is just as good as buying a duchy for me right now. Buying an estate is better than buying a duchy because I'll get 4 points from it. Managed to see enough money for province here. I'm happy about that. And if I can get one more province, that's province number 4, I should be in decent shape here. Because I have a head start on the duchies and, well, Silk Roads are easier to buy than duchies. So I should be in decent shape here, and like if I can't buy a Silk Road I can buy an estate, right? And fix my wolf den. Or if I don't want to buy Silk Road I can buy another smithy, that's 3 points. Probably not as good as a Silk Road, but you catch the drift, you catch the drift so far. So duchy for my opponent, we are 2 provinces each, right? And I would really like to get one of these last 2. Particularly the penultimate one, not the last one. 6 here, I go for a smithy to rectify my wolf den, and also because the deck is becoming a little bit bigger now, I feel like I can make decent use of the second smithy. So I get 3 points for that. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I do you know, play 2 gold for that, but whatever. I would much rather, see some like gold, silver to get to 5. I'm not gonna play this smithy here because cannot make my gold and silver miss the shuffle, as well as a smithy. That's just not wise at all. Your next shuffle is going to be awful. So I think this is going to be a duchy for me here. It should be a duchy, not a Silk Road yet. My opponent gets a silver, I guess because he doesn't have any estate, so he doesn't want to put 1 for negative points. So 7 here. So close to picking up that province. This was a little bit disheartening to see this 7, but I think it's just going to be a duchy for a while, and then after the duchies we'll go into Silk Road. So the Silk Road at this point has a slight issue in that one Silk Road means the wolf then comes into play, but once you get the second one then you'll start to reap the benefits, so might be worth considering given that there's just 2 provinces. Another 7 here. Another 7 here. So I go for the Silk Road here. I forget about the wolf den consideration, and I still pick up the wolf den. Maybe I should have just picked up an estate there. That would have given me 4 points. As it is, the wolf den doesn't really give me too many points for that, and I was a little bit confused. It makes my opponent be able to take, not be able, but he takes the penultimate province there, and I've seen most of my money. I'm not going to get to province soon enough, but he actually comes up with enough money to pick up the last 2 provinces back to back. I thought that was kind of unlikely to happen. I thought I had a bit more time, but yeah, he thought otherwise. Anyways, that's game 5 for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you